What's going on, everybody? Christian Ballard, sports journalist at Ballard Sports Media. Hope everyone is having a great week so far. Happy Tuesday. Hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. Really love and appreciate all of you out there. We've been growing for a while. We've been going for a while, too. We'll celebrate 6 years on the channel in December. So let's go ahead and get into this video. College football playoff picks, which, by the way, after week 6, uh, by the way, this is not easy, but I feel like it has to be done, or it wants to be done. I want to do this. um, so I think I tried to make a bracket to display on here, and it ended up failing. Trying to get it to download and stuff from one of the websites. So we're just going to go ahead and make it as we go in this video. I want some feedback. I want to hear from you guys as far as, do you agree or disagree? Where do you agree or disagree? And ultimately, troll me in the comments. I don't care what you do. But I definitely want some feedback on this. So we'll get into it. Um, so I think what this one does is it simulates the rest of these games. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to select all of them, and then we're going to simulate, and then we're going to see what it picks for us. And I'm going to talk about it as if I agree or disagree. So I think this will be fun. I think this will be great. This is for 25 and 26. So let's do select all, predict now. There we go. It's simulating the rest, which of course it's going to uh well, no, it already has. Does it already have uh the games that have already happened? I guess it does. 55-0 Florida over Long Island, Georgia over Marshall. Okay, yeah. So we have to actually simulate. So let's do simulate all remaining games. It'll load. So there it goes. Simulating what's left. And again, we'll look at this after it's all simulated, and then I'll kind of talk about who I kind of had in mind as far as my picks um, when you look at it. So I had done a bracket predictor, and I had the usual suspects, really, because there's a lot of great teams. I think we can all agree there. We'll get to it in just a second, but I usually like to pick some underdogs, and I think with a 12-team playoff you do, but at the same time, it's like you got to go with the obvious sometimes, right? Like the obvious choice, the obvious favorites. Um, so now the seeding for what I had is not completely what it's going to be, but okay, so it simulates the season. It gets us to conference title week. I doubt some of these happen. I think okay, I could get like this A&M Alabama match. I think that'd be awesome. Pitt and what and Virginia. Virginia looks pretty good right now. Nebraska, I doubt makes the Big Ten title. Ohio State, I could see. Big 12's up for grabs. I love Texas Tech. I think with these, we'll pick our obvious choices on who's going to win, regardless of who they're playing. But let me pull this up for you guys. Um, I can't share screen it, but I can kind of show you real quick. So this is what I did on collegefootballlabs.com. This is a screenshot of it right there. So the first round we had simulated and got Alabama, Ohio State. Ohio State won. Basically, you pick your actual teams that get in, and then ultimately it simulates for you. So we had Alabama, Ohio State. Ohio State wins 28-11. Indiana against Ole Miss. Indiana wins. Texas A&M against Georgia Tech. Could you see it? Possibly, but is it likely? Texas A&M 33, Georgia Tech 23. Forget the scores, but and then game 4 of the first round. Texas Tech over Navy 30-24. That'd be one hell of a game, actually. Then you get to the quarterfinals. The teams with the first round buys that you look at. You're looking at Oregon, you're looking at Georgia, you're looking at Miami, and you're looking at BYU. Georgia plays host to Texas Tech, 16-10. The Bulldogs win. A&M. If this were a game like this against Oregon, 15-3. Something's wrong with Oregon, I think. I think they have one of the more prolific offenses and really a good defense this year in college football. If they only give up 3 points to Texas A&M, that'd be crazy. Forget the scores. We'll put the scores aside, but could you see a scenario with these matchups? And what would you have? So Georgia over Texas Tech, Texas A&M over Oregon, quarterfinal number 3, Indiana over Miami. That'd be a heck of a game. Ohio State over BYU. So they advance, and you have Georgia, A&M, Indiana, and Ohio State in the semifinals. Ohio State beats Georgia, avenges the New Year's Eve midnight madness miracle for the dogs or whatever a couple years ago. Remember, they missed the field goal right at midnight. So it has Ohio State over Georgia, and it has Indiana over Texas A&M. So you have 2 SEC, 2 Big Ten, right? Um, I could see it. I don't know what the odds are we get 2 Big Ten teams in the title game. Actually, it might be pretty good. Indiana's a hell of a team. And they got Indiana beating Ohio State 16-3 in a natty. A lot of defense there. I think it'd be high scoring more so than that. Now, with that being said, we also like that's what it simulated for me. Okay. But I think I hope that we can come to some agreement on the teams that get in. I think after this past weekend, seeing a team like Penn State lose, had they won against UCLA, we look at them and we say they're still alive. Even if they struggle win, if they get a struggle win, we say they're still alive, right? They got dropped from the rankings. Texas lost to Florida. They got dropped from the rankings. You have the top 7 teams in college football right now in the poll, all 5-0. You're looking at it all except for Miami, all Big Ten, all SEC, right? You have Oklahoma, you have Indiana, you have A&M, you got Ole Miss, Oregon, Miami, and Ohio State going up from 7 to 1. Indiana at 7. I don't know if I did that in the right order. Then you got a team like Texas Tech. Texas Tech's hilarious. I made a video the other day, I think, talking about the Big 12 a little bit and how Texas Tech is proving us wrong about the Big 12. Anyway, but definitely got to hear from you guys in the comments. As far as the rest of these simulations go, I mentioned Ohio State, Indiana, A&M, Texas Tech win. Texas A&M over Oregon, Indiana over Miami in round 2. Of course, the quarterfinals. Ohio State over BYU, Indiana over Miami, Texas A&M over Oregon, Georgia over Texas Tech. In a close game, though, 16-10. Then in the semifinals, you have Ohio State, Georgia, Indiana, Texas A&M, and then in the championship, Indiana, Ohio State, all Big Ten teams here, 16-3, and they knock out the defending champs. We have seen this happen before. Not necessarily where the defending champs get back and play someone from their own conference, although actually we have seen that. 2020 Bama made it back with a brand new team and Will Anderson, Bryce Young, and company in 2021, and Georgia beat them. So I guess we have seen that in recent history. But I don't know. I think right now, when I look at it, Ohio State, outside of just being number one, let's by the way, while we're talking, well I guess we can try to simulate the rest of this. But anyways, you know what? We won't worry about the rest of the season simulation. I would say this. I went into this season like, we'll have some wild card, unexpected teams. We'll have some teams fall off. And so far, we've gotten a lot of great chaos. We really have. It's still probably going to be a year the favorite. Like, I just don't see Ohio State. Now, could they lose to Michigan again? Sure. Sure, they could. But right now, they're 5-0. Penn State not looking like we expected them. They're probably gonna win a game like that. The true test for Ohio State, though, Illinois looks pretty good right now at 5-1. They have to go to Illinois. Can they pull that off? I think it's gonna be close, but I think Ohio State wins that. Then they go to Wisconsin, who's not very good. They're at the bottom of the Big Ten. Then they got Penn State, Purdue, UCLA, Rutgers. They got an easy path up until going to Ann Arbor on rivalry weekend. So I like Ohio State's chances going forward. I don't know if I like them undefeated. I mean, I could see Penn State or, well, no, I couldn't see Penn State. Sorry, Nana. I love you, and I love Penn State. They just don't look good. They don't look like what we expected them to. Penn State. So I wouldn't even have them in the playoffs right now. I mean, they're fixing to have 3 losses when they play Ohio State anyway. The SEC, Texas A&M, Oklahoma, Alabama, you know, Alabama, Oklahoma play each other. Georgia plays uh Texas A&M, I think, l- later down the road. I know they play Mississippi State. They got some tough games. Anyway, I'm going on too long. My picks and predictions. Basically, you're looking at some favorites here. Michigan, Ohio State on rivalry weekend is going to be fun. It's going to be awesome to see. It's going to be fun to watch. Texas A&M looks very dangerous. Oklahoma looks dangerous. Alabama, since that week 1 loss, looks dangerous. There's a lot to love about a lot of teams. Overall, who wins the season? Who wins the national title? If it were up to the favorites right now, I mean, the rankings probably have it. Ohio State or Miami, which would be awesome to see them go head to head, just like big time programs go at it. But I mean, do they have it right? 1 and 2 right there. Yeah, I mean that's possible. It's very likely. But at the same time, it's like, you know, there's you're going to get some first time playoff teams this year. You got a Texas Tech, you got a A&M, you got a Miami. It's crazy to think Miami has not made the college football playoff. They always choke when they don't need to, when it hurts the most. You also got a 5-0 Georgia Tech in the ACC. You also got a 5-0 Missouri in the SEC. It's so crazy, man. That's a whole nother video in and of itself of talking about the undefeated teams and the potential conference matchups you could have. Now, if you went based off favorites, personally, you're probably looking at A&M and Ole Miss right now, just because they've looked like the best teams in that conference. Maybe it's against Georgia or Alabama for one of them. Maybe it's Alabama and Georgia rematch. There's so much left to be played. There's a lot to love. And the fact that we have this chaos, this much variety, I think is why we love college football overall as a sport. It's not just one team. It used to be Alabama, then it used to be Clemson a little bit, then it was Georgia for a little while. And Georgia, still one of the top dogs. Alabama's still one of the top dogs. They're not the favorites. I mean, it's Ohio State, the defending champs. It's Miami. Miami was I don't even know what they were before 2001, and I don't know what they've been since then. They haven't even won the ACC since they got there, but they're up there now to potentially finally get over that hump with Mario Cristobal. Mario Cristobal? Yeah, Mario Cristobal from Oregon. Yeah. Sorry, I was also thinking Manny Diaz, the former coach. Yeah. But anyways, let me know what you guys think on all of this. Let me know your playoff picks right now, your conference winners especially. It's close. It's tough to call. If you went based on favorites, you're looking at maybe Alabama or Georgia, maybe Ole Miss for the SEC. The SEC is so deep right now. You're looking at someone like Oregon or Ohio State for the Big Ten. You're looking at Miami for the ACC, no doubt. Um, Big 12, we thought was going to be the conference that's going to be mixed up all the way around. It's really not. I mean, you got a 5-0 BYU and then basically got a 5-0 Texas Tech. If it were based on favorites, those are your teams. I've gone on too long. I'm going to get out of here. I love y'all. Jesus loves you. Keep your head up. Let me know your picks in the comments below. God bless you guys. Roll Tide from a Bama fan, and we'll see you next time here at BSN.